We've got the 49ers in town to face the Jaguars, two teams that have only faced off 5 times. Jacksonville looks to even up the series at 3 wins each. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and T-98 Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Lawrence to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense making their way out, and they are led by the 3rd overall pick back in this year's draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And you remember that when the 49ers made that big trade and paid a steep price to move up from number 12 to number 3, they gave up 3 firsts and a 3rd-round pick. Everyone was wondering, who are they coming up to get? Was it Mac Jones at Alabama, Justin Fields at Ohio State, or was it Trey Lance out of North Dakota State, a true 1-year starter on the 1AA level? They certainly believed in Lance's mental ability as well as his physical ability, and they think that he could play right away if need be. And here he is with the opportunity to do exactly that.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. Sermon now on 1st and 10. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game: 21 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Lawrence there, complete to Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Running for it, here's Hyde. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Tavon Austin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Lance now to throw. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now Lance on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Lance finding Kittle, 1st down San Francisco. Lance a give now to Sermon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll run for it. Sermon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here turnover on downs. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in a safe position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Meanwhile, they take take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel is the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Again, looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. Lance looks to throw again. And now it's 2nd down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Sheds off the tackle.
Let's go, baby.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And that's incomplete. And he was looking for James Robinson out of the backfield. And it's second down. Lawrence will throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Now Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Lawrence to throw. And this will be incomplete. 2nd and 20. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. This is caught. It's Sanu. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Sermon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Yeah, they really need to get something going, didn't they? They have punted in the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A give for Sermon running right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Garoppolo. And this is caught off the deflection. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs for different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down at 4. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. His throw incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play. but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more, and that is incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's airing it out for Sanu, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the handoff, Sermon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. The late turnovers, so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Austin's got it left side. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back to throw. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Dancing to his left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His 1st rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down 21-18, 1:09 to play. Their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Garoppolo. Finding Samuel. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Garoppolo to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Able to get away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Sly on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Niners, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.